Hey, Sean here from SpeedCubeReview.com. I got a couple puzzles from MoYu. They are their Mirror Cube version 2, or Bump Cube version 2, although I think they call it the Mirror Cube. And there's a few different versions of this. Looking at here, we have one without magnets, one with 48 magnets, and one with 72. So 48, my assumption, would be the standard corner edge, although that becomes tricky with some of the sizes of those corners and edges. But then we add another 58, 68, 24. So that would probably be corner core. So this might be core magnetized. Let's check it out. I don't know which is which. I absolutely love Mirror Cube. I've said it before. I will say it again. I wish it would become an official event. I've heard people say, well, it's difficult because then you have to standardize all the sizes of the pieces. No, you don't. I don't think you have to at all. Because as long as there's not like the same cuts on each side, like the Mirror S that MoYu came out with some years back, you're good. Okay, come on, get out of this bag. There we go. Because if you had the cuts that were, let's say, thicker than this, so this one's not as thin, but they were all, of course, different, it would make the turning easier, but make the recognition more difficult. Well, if you had thinner pieces, it makes the recognition easier, but the turning more difficult. So you can kind of create this variation in puzzles that still works. I think I would relate it to other puzzles that, like N by N puzzles, that they could be pillowed or not. No one really does use pillowed anymore, but they could be. And you could have different colors, of course, but even then you could have slightly different shaped pieces. Like there were some times where the centers were smaller, or I guess even big cubes. Sometimes the edges can be different sizes than other ones, but they still work. Coffee? What do the centers look like? I need to get these centers off. Just a normal screw in that center. Yeah, so nothing crazy with that, and those are springs there, and those are springs there. This definitely has a, I'm sorry, more you're saying, a GAN look, but that is not a bad thing. That rounded center can work really well. There's no sharper edges on the corners, though. Those are just rounded on their own. Let's take out a piece. I might have to loosen it a little bit to get this to work. So, there's just a ball core in there. No magnets in the corners. There's magnets in those edges. Interesting. Okay, so at least in this version right here, there's only magnets in the edges and the core, I'm guessing. It would make no sense to have them in the edges, but not in the core. There's no lubrication on it. It's really dry. I'll do it one solve with it that way, but then I think we're going to definitely add lubrication to it. I'm not going to do any official scramble. We'll just mix this up. So one thing that I would like to see is these inner parts be the exact same color as the outer part. I don't know if it's different plastic or that this is just like coated afterwards to give it the metallic sheen. Okay. Since there's no logo, I need to figure out what is the actual shortest part. I would always look at the logo for that, because the logo is usually on the smallest or the higher spot. I think this is the shortest side. Okay. So I'm just first, here's my plan when I am not practiced and can't actually recognize pieces. I'll just get the smallest pieces on bottom to make a cross. Line it up. I guess I could do daisy with this to see. Okay, so I missed one small piece. There we go. There we go. So do cross, and then I just look for these small pieces, and if I'm practiced, I could do F2L. I've done enough where I could probably do that, but these magnets are actually kind of strong. But if not, I will do keyhole method. So I got 3 of them, and then I can just match up where those centers are. So this one's going to have to fall that way. So I can just keyhole, insert, and then back. And then all the other edges are in the wrong spots. So let's take this out. And then it needs to go back in here, doesn't it? Or the other side. The other side. There we go. So let's do a little sledgehammer there. And this one is going to go over here. And now, this final piece, is this the edge? Yeah, this is it. So, you could do that. So, keyhole for that. I usually can tell OLL here. So, here we have just two corners twisted. I need to do that, so. And then, oh, nope, did it wrong. There we go. And then we have an A permutation. Yeah, we've got an A permutation. So it would be like this. Nope. There we go. Okay. Definitely need lubrication. Gonna add some jack-o'-lantern. I was trying to figure out why companies don't give lubrication with their puzzles. Like, it's something that I feel like would be so great. And then it dawned on me, it's probably customs and shipping. Like, if you're shipping things and it's got some sort of liquid, that I'm assuming would be much not well received. Like, that's easily flagged and might be checked out or might leak, or I don't know. That's my assumption with it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not that, because batteries are perfectly fine at this point. But I would love just like a little tiny bit to get it going. L2, D2, L2, D2, L2. Looks like I just have two corners oriented correctly. So would that be that L? Yes, it would. And then I've got just a U permutation that needs to go like this. Very nice. Okay, I try to not talk about other companies in one company's unboxing, but I think we've got to talk about the differences between this and the GAN one. Those are the two big players right now, and this is what it looks like and be compared to. So I've only tried this one that has 72 magnets. The magnets are very strong, and it's quite stable. So, I mean, it's able to corner cut. It's able to work through things. It's honestly maybe a little loose. I'll probably tighten a little bit. But the magnets are quite strong. Like, this wants to stay in a cubic shape. It's actually difficult for me to have it part way. It wants to finish up that turn. The GAN one's a little bit more flexible, a little bit more fluid. It feels more like a speed cube that was changed shape. This feels more like a mirror cube that's been made better. I don't know which I would prefer to use, because right now, especially not practiced, this feels a lot safer to use. This feels like I can do a lot more, be a lot more accurate with this one than anything else. But these are going to be out soon, if not already. If it is out already, I'll have a link in the description to get it. Let me know which one of these you prefer the color of. Do you like the bronze or do you like the silver? And if you don't like either, what color do you want? Thank you very much for watching. Hit like and subscribe for more content like this in the future. And as always, keep following SpeedCube Review for more news and reviews.